Hello everyone, welcome back to our class, and for this day we're going to talk about sleep and waking. So sleep and waking are two important physiological processes that happen in our bodies, no? That we need, no? Especially to restore the lost energy from the previous day and hence maintaining all the biological processes like hunger, also cognition, the way we think. There are times kapag puyat ako, and the next day around, hindi maayos yung pag-iisip ko. Or I am not really thinking so well. Medyo foggy yung thought formations ko. So I think it also happened to you at some point, no? So sleep is viewed as an instinctive expression of innate behavior elicited by inducing stimuli. So it's very natural it happened to all of us na inaantok tayo because our body is searching for that restoration phase. The energy conservation theory suggests that the primary function of sleep is to reduce an individual's energy demand and expenditure during part of the day or night, especially at times when at least efficient to search for food. There are also times kapag wala kayong maayos na tulog, no, medyo yung gutom ninyo hindi normal or masyado kayong nag-crave for food, no? So, it's really important for us to maintain that 7 to 8 hour sleep, no, every night. In general, each cycle moves sequentially through each stage. So, ito yung normal cycle, no, ng sleep and waking. Wake, then light sleep, going to deep sleep, and rapid eye movement, and balbalik na naman. Okay, so ganun. So, your sleep is made up of four different stages. Awake, yun nga, light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep or rapid eye movement sleep. Sleep has been linked to psychological, emotional, and mental recovery as well as to learning and memory. So, cognition is also part and being affected by how much you sleep, no? Recent research shows that sleep is vital in consolidating memories, both intellectual and physical. So, this is important because yung memories that have been formed from the previous day cannot go to the long-term memory storage kapag hindi kayo nakapag rest ng maayos. No? It will not go on that long-term memory. So take note of this. Sleep deprivation can inhibit your productivity and your ability to remember and consolidate information. No? Like what I've mentioned, there are times kapag hindi ako masyadong nakakatulog, no? May times na hindi ako makapag-isip ng maayos and hindi ko kayang ibigay yung enough or yung tamang information, yung appropriate na information. So, important talaga yung tulog sa atin. So, circadian rhythm. Ano ba to, sir? Circadian rhythm is a repeating cycle of about 24 hours. So, this is the routinary sleep-wake cycle that you have. So, may term tayo na body clock, no? Yung body clock or yung biological clocks, these are the natural timing devices regulating the cycle of circadian rhythms. So ito yung normal routinary natin na pagtulog at pagising. They're composed of specific molecules like proteins that interact with cells throughout the body. Nearly every tissue and organ contains biological clocks. So ito yung nagsasabi sa ating katawan na it's time for you to take a rest, to take a nap, no? Or to wake up, no? So ito yung biological clocks na tinatawag natin. Ito, we have the term Zitgaber. What is Zitgaber, sir? It is an external cue for setting biological rhythms. Free running circadian rhythms is also a rhythm that is not synchronized to environmental time cues. Okay? Light is the most important Zitgaber for human beings. So again, yung Zitgaber, ito yung cues or ito yung parang a signal, no, sa atin na it's time to take a rest. Especially pag dim yung light or yellow yung light, it will induce sleep, no? It will help us sleep kung hindi masyado ganun uh, kaliwanag, kung walang sunlight, no? It is giving us a signal or cue, it is time for us to sleep. But there are times like when we are watching TV or our cell phone, there is blue light kasi sa mga cellphone natin, no? So hindi siya nag-activate ng Zitgaber for you to take a sleep or take a nap or rest, no? So mas nagigising kayo, okay, kung yun yung ginagawa ninyo when you are seeing your phone before in bed, no, especially during nighttime. Okay, so individual sleep patterns result from different versions of the genes responsible for our internal clocks. So through genetics din, some of our functioning, like in sleeping and waking, is also affected as well. So it will affect our internal body clocks. So these are the detailed stages of sleep. So like what I mentioned, ito yung different stages. This is only four. We have awake, light sleep, deep sleep, and rapid eye movement sleep. So in this slide, now I'm going to present to you the five stages of sleep. So how does a person go in his sleep? Yung mga different phases. So familiar naman siguro kayo sa rapid eye movement. No? I will discuss it later. Stage one is non-rapid eye movement sleep. So when you first fall asleep, you enter the first stage of non-rapid eye movement. This is characterized by the cessation of muscle movement and the slow movement of the eyes behind the eyelid. So ito yung parang kinukuha niyo pa yung deep sleep, okay? This is the twilight stage of sleep where you're probably still aware of some of the things going on around you. This is a light sleep. This is a stage of light sleep. Okay, and you can usually be woken by noises or other disturbances. So ito yung parang kinukuha niyo pa yung tulog niyo. You are closing your eyes, no, but not totally on that deep sleep stage pa. Stage 2 of non-REM sleep, this is the stage where you're actually fully asleep. No, yung tulog na kayo. Wala na kayong consciousness and not aware of your surroundings. Hindi na kayo gising. No? Talagang you're not conscious anymore. So during stage 2, the heart rate and the breathing regulate. The body temperature goes down and the eye movements either slow or stop completely. Okay? Ito na yung phase na parang ayun, so nandun na kayo sa deep sleep na moment or stage. So the eye movements will either slow or stop completely. So talagang ayun, hindi na kayo conscious talaga. Stage 3 of non-REM sleep is when the brain waves slow down in the stage 3 with only a few bursts of activity. This is a deep sleep where muscles relax and breathing slows even more. So, yung paghinga ninyo, talagang humihina na, no? So, talagang ito na yung point na nahihirapan na kayo um, magising, no? Kasi nandun na kayo sa phase na nandun na talaga kayo sa sleep, no? And you may feel disoriented if an alarm or disturbance pulls you out of it. So kapag bigla kayong nagising, medyo irritable yung pakiramdam, no? Stage 4 of non-REM sleep is ito na yung deeper sleep and where the brain waves further slow and sleepers are very difficult to. Ito na yung kahit na gising-gisingin kayo, hindi pa rin kayo nagigising. Kasi ito na yung point na wherein your brain waves nagiging slower na, no? Hindi na kayo talaga conscious by this time. It's believed that the tissue repair occurs during the stage of sleep and that hormones are also released to help you grow for your to help your growth. So ito na yung part na your body is repairing itself already, yung mga tissues ninyo, okay, and as well as yung regulation ng hormones, no, it happens during this stage. Stage 5, we have the rapid eye movement. This is the final stage of sleep, no, and this is the cycle where we dream. Ito na yung point na meron na kayong mga dreams, no? The eyes move rapidly, the lids and breathing becomes shallow and rapid. So, ito na yung rapid eye movement. Continuous na siya. So, blood pressure and heart rate also increase during rapid eye movement sleep and the arms and legs are paralyzed so that sleepers can't act out on their dreams. So, hindi na kayo nakakagalaw nito. No? Talagang para kayong na paralyzed during this stage. The purpose of this stage is to stimulate the sections of the brain that are needed for memory and learning and a way for the brain to store and sort information. So like what I mentioned, sleep is important because it will help consolidate information. It will help store the memories you have formed the previous days to your long-term memory. That's why this phases or yung pagtulog ninyo in general is important. Okay, rapid eye movement. So it also occurs approximately 90 minutes into the sleep cycle. So after this stage, babalik na naman siya sa stage 1. Okay, ganun yung process niya, no? So, continuous siya and it will go again. Stage 1, stage 2, 3, 4, 5, and go again to stage 1. Okay, so These are the sleep patterns over lifetime. So, as you all know, no, at napapansin niyo naman siguro sa mga lola at lolo natin, kapag medyo tumatanda na yung tao, medyo konti na lang yung sleep na kanyang kailangan. Okay? So, important din na malaman natin kung ano yung normal amount of sleep that we need in a certain age group or yung kung ano yung age natin, no? So, daily or circadian rhythms respond to both internal signals and external zeitgebers, no? And ultradian rhythms occur several times within a single day. The body's master internal clock is the suprachiasmatic nucleus (SCN), which receives information about light via the retinohypothalamic pathway and influence clocks in other tissues. So itong retinohypothalamic pathway, this is in your brain. Okay? Physiological measures including the EEG shows distinction between the different stages of waking, rapid eye movement sleep, and non-rapid eye movement sleep, and the amount of overall sleep as well as the relative proportions of REM sleep and NREM sleep change over the lifespan. So, kumukonti na lang talaga. Yun talaga yung normal na makikita ko talaga and what I have researched. No? As you age, no, the amount of sleep you need, konti na lang din talaga. Rapid eye movement sleep. So, REM is a period of sleep characterized by desynchronous brain activity, muscle paralysis, eye movement, and story-like dream behavior. This is the time where your body becomes paralyzed and you started to dream, no? And hindi kayo makapag-act out, like makapaggalaw-galaw. Most of the time, hindi kayo nakakagalaw during your sleep kasi nga yung body ninyo nakaparalyzed, fascia. It is said to be a normal stage of sleeping, no? Rapid eye movement, low voltage EEG, which can be rapid to and muscle tone that is low in intensity. So sa NREM or non-REM sleep, this is a period of sleep characterized by slow synchronous brain activity, reductions in heart rate, and muscle relaxation. So before going on the REM sleep, no, nasa non-REM muna kayo. So a group of sleeping cycles which can be broken down from stage 1 to stage 4. So ito yun. So NREM yun. Okay? Ang REM naman is not included on stage 1 to stage 4. In NREM, muscles are paralyzed due to the deep sleep unlike in the REM cycle. So, you do most of your dreaming during the REM sleep, no? But your brain paralyzes your muscles, so you do not act out on your dreams. During a person usually progresses through the three stages of non-REM sleep before entering the REM sleep. This takes about 1 to 2 hours after falling asleep. Okay? It will take 1 to 2 hours before you could go to your REM phase of your sleep. Take note of that one. Nightmare. So, nightmare is a REM dream with frightening content. Ito naman, another term we have, lucid dreaming. So, this is a thoughtful dreaming wherein the dreamer is aware that he or she is dreaming and can manipulate the experience. So, may mga times ba na parang alam niyo na you are dreaming pero you are on that dream, no? So, it sound weird but it does really happen for some people. Night terror naman is an NREM episode in which the individual is partially aroused, disoriented, frightened, and inconsolable. Okay, these are the functions of sleep. Okay, of course, for growth in children and young adults, okay, deep sleep supports growth. The body releases growth hormone during this type of sleep. The body also increases production of proteins, which we need for cell growth and to repair damage. Of course, another function is for nervous system. No, a lack of sleep affects our memory, performance, and ability to think clearly. If a person is severely sleep deprived, they may even experience neurological problems such as mood swings and hallucinations. So sleep also helps our nerve cells recover and repair themselves so that they can function at their best. And certain nerve connections get a chance to turn on, strengthening our brain and thinking ability. Next is another function is survival. So researchers don't fully understand why sleep is so essential, but studies in animals have shown that getting deprived of REM sleep can shorten lifespan. So lack of sleep may harm our immune system, which protects us from infections. Another is for well-being. So well-being, For some people who don't get enough sleep, they are at high risk of developing various health conditions, which includes obesity, diabetes, and heart problems. There are also studies that show that sleeping can really helps your metabolism, okay, which affects your weight, no? Also, it will affect your mood, no, in your well-being in general. It will affect your how you make relationships with other people. Syempre, yung mood niyo, yung emotions niyo, how you process everyday stimuli like information and the things that occur in your environment. Okay, there are also neurotransmitters that send messages to the different nerve cells in the brain. Nerve cells in the brainstem release neurotransmitters, which includes norepinephrine, histamine, and serotonin. Neurotransmitters act on parts of the brain to keep it alert and work well while you're awake. So, may natural occurring substance called melatonin. Ako, I'm really guilty of that I'm taking melatonin most of the time if hindi ako makatulog, no? So, but actually, guys, melatonin is a naturally occurring substance in our brain, in our body, no? So, hindi talaga to kailangan. So, yung mga supplements na mga melatonin, no? So, iniinom to ng tao just to, just to produce, no? Just to increase the production of melatonin in our body for us to take a rest, no? Para makatulog tayo. So ito yung melatonin, guys, it blocks the adenosine, okay? Para yung person hindi siya maging awake, no? For the person not to be fully aroused, no? Yun yung function ng melatonin. It blocks the adenosine, no? Next is caffeine. Okay, caffeine are found in coffees. No, it will promote wakefulness by blocking the receptors to adenosine. Hence, it will produce weight to us humans. No, adenosine seems to work by slowly building up in your blood when you are awake. So, ito yung neurotransmitter uh, na present kapag gising tayo, no? So, yun yung function niya, no? It blocks, it is building up slowly in your blood when you are awake. So, this makes you drowsy. While you sleep, the chemical slowly dissipates. Okay, ayun. Next is we have acetylcholine. This is released by the pons and the basal forebrain and is associated with both wakefulness and rapid eye movement sleep. Okay, is acetylcholine. It is strongest both during rapid eye movement and while you are awake. It seems to help your brain keep the information gathered while you're awake, and it sets the information as you sleep, no? So it will go to the long-term memory storage. So if you study or learn new information in the hours before bed, sleeping on it can help you remember it. So sometimes, no, ang advice sa akin is kapag during sa board exam daw is mag-aral ka daw before like yung night, no, before ka matutulog para mas madali yung pag-transfer nito sa long-term memory. So it can easily help you remember that information you need. So kapag you're trying to study for an exam, i-try nyo na mag-aral, no, before kayo matulog. Okay? At saka maganda rin pampaantok kapag you are reading books, no? Hindi naman yung mga cellphone, pero yung paper book talaga. Okay, yung physical book talaga. Other neurotransmitters may work against you as you sleep. So abnormalities with the neurotransmitter dopamine may trigger sleep disorders such as restless legs syndrome. Okay, these are the parts of the brain responsible in the sleep process. So we have SCN. So this is the area of the hypothalamus located above the optic chiasm responsible for maintaining circadian rhythms. We also have retinohypothalamic pathway. Now this is a pathway leading from the retina of the eye to the hypothalamus. This provides light information necessary for the maintenance of the circadian rhythms. May mga terms din tayo like entrainment. This is the resetting of internal biological clock to the 24-hour cycle of the Earth's rotation. So sometimes kapag we are traveling, no, sa ibang parts ng world like Philippines going to Europe or America, no? So we undergo these kinds of physiological processes like also jet lag, no, fatigue, jet lag is associated also with fatigue, irritability, and sleepiness resulting from travel across time zone. So kapag iba yung time zone, nag-a-adjust yung ating katawan, no. Melatonin is an endorphin secreted by the pineal gland, no? Ito yung pineal gland yung nag-produce ng hormones that participates in the regulation of circadian rhythms. So again, ito ay naturally occurring. You don't need to take in melatonin because it naturally occurs in your body. So it makes you sleepy and ready for bed. Next is we have cortisol. This is a hormone that is released by the adrenal glands that promotes arousal. So responsible ito for waking. Okay, we have different sleep disorders. We have seasonal affective disorder, a type of depression that results from insufficient amount of daylight during the winter months. So, nangyayari ito sa mga person or sa mga people who are in the states na may winter season. Dysomnia naman is a sleep disorder, involves difficulty initiating or maintaining sleep. While parasomnia is a sleep disorder that involves the intrusion of unusual behaviors during sleep or into sleep. Okay, actually, this is an umbrella term for other sleeping disorders, parasomnia. Insomnia, no, under ito sa parasomnia, this is the inability to sleep a normal amount of time. Okay, hindi kayo makatulog, no? Normal ito na term ng mga tao kapag hindi sila makatulog. Hypersomnia naman is excessive sleepiness kapag sobra kayo matulog minsan, no? Hindi na kayo nakakagawa ng everyday ninyo na kailangan gawin. Sleep apnea is a sleep disorder in which the person temporarily stops breathing, then awakes with gasping for air. So parang yung ganun, 'di ba? Yung may mga times hindi naman ito nangyayari sa lahat ng tao kapag minsan hindi kayo makahinga when you're sleeping. Okay, so may mga namamatay din because of this. We have also narcolepsy. This is a sleep disorder characterized by the intrusion of REM sleep, no? And occasionally REM paralysis into the waking state. So next we have SIDS or sudden infant death syndrome. This is a syndrome in which an otherwise healthy infant stops breathing and dies during sleep. So nangyayari ito to some infants, no? Biglaan silang namamatay because hindi sila makahinga and they die during sleep. Somnambulism is a term for sleepwalking. Okay, so ito yung term, somnambulism. Okay, we have REM, behavior disorder. It is a sleep disorder in which the normal REM paralysis is absent. We have restless leg syndrome or LS. This is a sleep disorder in which a limb, usually a leg, moves at regular intervals during sleep. Okay, so the DSM distinguishes the major classes of sleep disorder into dysomnias and parasomnias. So again, yung term ko kanina, no, yung parasomnia is an umbrella term for insomnia, for for hypersomnia and so much more. So dysomnias, this involves difficulty in the initiation, maintenance, timing, and quality of sleep. And parasomnia occurs unusual behaviors that disturbs ongoing sleeps. Okay, these are some of the terms, no? We have under dysomnias, we have um, insomnia, sleep apnea, SIDS, and narcolepsy, and parasomnia, sleep talking, somnambulism, REM behavior, and restless leg syndrome. Okay, I'm just so going to correct you lang guys, no? Yung sa dysomnia, ito yung under terms we have insomnia. Again, problems in initiating and maintaining normal sleep, no? Like insomnia, hindi kayo makatulog, sleep apnea, nahihirapan kayo to maintain that normal breathing pattern during your sleep. We have SIDS, and this is an unexplained death of an healthy infant, no? Narcolepsy, ito yung may mga intrusion during your sleep behavior. Okay? And yung parasomnia naman, yung interruptions of sleep, no? Ito yung we have here sleep talking. Ito yung speech that you're like parang you're like murmuring or saying something, okay, that happens during the early stages of NREM and REM phase of sleep. We have somnambulism or this is a term for sleepwalking. We have REM behavior disorder, lack of normal muscle paralysis during REM sleep, and restless leg syndrome, regular movements of limbs during sleep. Okay, take note of these umbrella terms and the disorders. Okay, I think that is our lesson for this week. Now, I hope you've learned something. Thank you so much for listening. You may also see this website to learn more about the lesson for sleep and waking. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful and awesome day. Goodbye.